Hey, it's me again. I told you I was going to read again. I bet you thought I was tricking you. But alas, I'm not. Well, yesterday I read the first chapter or the first letter from Jerusha to her benefactor, and got started on the second letter, but I got interrupted, so I'm going to just restart the second letter. It's very important that you hear these in the order in which they're written, or they don't make sense. Okay? The story is Daddy Longlegs by Jean Webster. Dear Daddy Longlegs, dated October 1st, I love college, and I love you for sending me. I'm very, very happy and so excited every moment of the time that I can scarcely sleep. You can't imagine how different it is from the John Grier home. I never dreamed there was such a place in the whole world. I'm feeling sorry for everybody else who isn't a girl and who can't come here. I'm sure the college you attended when you were a boy couldn't have been this nice. My room is up in a tower that used to be the contagious ward before they built the new infirmary. There are 3 other girls on the same floor of the tower. A senior who wears spectacles and is always asking us to please be a little more quiet, and 2 freshmen named Sally McBride and Julia Rutledge Pendleton. Sally has red hair and a turned-up nose and is quite friendly. Julia comes from one of the first families in New York and hasn't noticed me yet. They room together, and the senior and I have singles. Usually freshmen can't get singles. They're very scarce, but I got one without even asking. I suppose the registrar didn't think it would be right to ask a properly brought-up girl to room with a foundling. You see, there are advantages. My room is on the northwest corner with 2 windows and a view. After you've lived in a ward for 18 years with 20 roommates, it is restful to be alone. This is the first chance I've ever had to get acquainted with Jerusha Abbott. I think I'm going to like her. Do you think you are? Tuesday. They're organizing the freshman basketball team, and there's just a chance that I shall make it. I'm little, of course, but terribly quick and wiry and tough. While the others are hopping about in the air, I can dodge under their feet and grab the ball. It's loads of fun practicing. Out in the athletic field in the afternoon with the trees all red and yellow and the air full of the smell of burning leaves and everybody laughing and shouting. These are the happiest girls I have ever saw, and I am the happiest of all. I meant to write a long letter and tell you all the things I'm learning. Mrs. Lippett said you wanted to know. But 7th hour has just rung, and in 10 minutes I'm doing the athletic field and the gymnasium clothes. Don't you hope I'll make the team? Yours always, Jerusha Abbott. P.S. 9 o'clock. Sally McBride just poked her head in at my door. This is what she said. I'm so homesick that I simply can't stand it. Do you feel that way? I smiled a little and said, no. I thought I could pull through. At least homesickness is one disease that I've escaped. I never heard of anybody being asylum sick. Did you? October 10th. Dear Daddy Longlegs, did you ever hear of Michelangelo? He was a famous artist who lived in Italy in the Middle Ages. Everybody in English literature seemed to know about him, and the whole class laughed because I thought he was an archangel. He sounds like an archangel, doesn't he? The trouble with college is that you are expected to know such a lot of things you've never learned. It's very embarrassing at times. But now, when the girls talk about things that I never heard of, I just keep still and look them up in the encyclopedia. I made an awful mistake the first day. Somebody mentioned Maurice Maeterlinck, and I asked if she was a freshman. That joke has gone all over college. But anyway, I'm just as bright in class as any of the others and brighter than some of them. Do you care to know how I furnished my room? It's a symphony in brown and yellow. The wall was tinted buff, and I've bought yellow denim curtains and cushions and a mahogany desk, secondhand for $3, and a rattan chair and a brown rug with an ink spot in the middle. I stand the chair over the spot. The windows are up high. You can't look out from an ordinary seat, but I unscrewed the looking glass from the back of the bureau, upholstered the top, and moved it up against the window. It's just the right height for a window seat. You pull out the drawers like steps and walk up. Very comfortable. Sally McBride helped me choose the things at the senior auction. She has lived in a house all her life and knows about furnishing. You can't imagine what fun it is to shop and pay with real $5 bills and get some change when you've never had more than a nickel in your whole life. I assure you, Daddy dear, I do appreciate that allowance. Sally is the most entertaining person in the world, and Julia Rutledge Pendleton, the least so. It's queer what a mixture the registrar can make in the matter of roommates. Sally thinks everything is funny, even flunking, and Julia is bored at everything. She never makes the slightest effort to be amiable. She believes that if you're a Pendleton, that fact alone admits you to heaven without any further examination. Julie and I were born to be enemies. And now I suppose you've been waiting very impatiently to hear what I'm learning. Number 1, Latin. The Second Punic War. Hannibal and his forces pitched camp at the Lake Trasimene last night. They prepared an ambuscade for the Romans, and a battle took place at the 4th watch this morning. Romans in retreat. You know, when I was reading this as a 5th grader, I guess I skipped right over those words because I have no clue how to say them. And since I've already messed up, I've got to tell you too that I also didn't realize this book affected me in other ways. You know, my first dorm room had gingham curtains, gingham rugs. Amazing. Anyway, French. 24 pages of the Three Musketeers and third conjugation irregular verbs. 3. Geometry. Finished cylinders, now doing cones. 4. English. Studying exposition. My style improves daily in clearness and brevity. Physiology. Reach the digestive system. Bile and the pancreas next time. Yours on the way to being educated, Jerusha Abbott. P.S. I hope you never touch alcohol, Daddy. It does dreadful things to your liver.